Hi everybody, you're watching live on Twitch TV, I think, /Gondorian.com. I've got an echo in here for some reason. I don't know what that is. Maybe I'll turn down. I've got an echo now. Still got. That's weird. Why is there an echo? Okay, well, I'm just going to check that this is broadcasting okay on Twitch before we get rolling. We've got the Shadow Era Full Championship Finals happening very shortly. Just waiting for one player to show up, and I'm just testing whether this is working okay. So this is going to be an 8-player single elimination match and tournament. I've got a laptop that I'm going to check that this is streaming okay on, but for some reason it doesn't want to seem to start Chrome. That's good, isn't it? Windows. What can we say? Windows. Hello, by the way. I don't know if I said hello yet. Wow, it really doesn't want to start Chrome. Oh look, Internet Explorer starts straight away. How strange is that? Where to next? I'll tell you where to next. Twitch.tv/Gondorian.com. Let's see if that works. If it does, and it works, then we're rolling. Let's see. So I'll just say some stuff and then see if it comes on this one. Oh, advert. That worked anyway. That worked. So I am live and I'm waiting. Right, and the players are waiting, and I'm typing to them on Telegram. So how do we actually run these tournaments? Trying a bit of insight into how a tournament runs in Shadow Era at the moment. So we've got Telegram. That's an app for chatting, and players assemble there. I talk to them, and they're waiting for the last person to show up who's driving home. And they ask me questions like, sorry, what does this mean? The player on top from each of the 4 brackets? And I type yes, and so on. So this is an example bracket, but it's not the final bracket. Okay, you can see here it's a bit blurry. I don't really know how to zoom in on it, to be honest. I can kind of drag it bigger. Look at that, I can drag it bigger. Do that. Do that. Okay, so you can see some names roughly now. So Elliot Wave and Jan Orr are going to play each other, and Killerheart and Theon are going to play each other. So they're not really, because I'm going to shuffle this bracket. This is just like the original bracket, but as you expect in a tournament, players beat each other and progress to either the finals. There is a bronze match because we need to know who comes third, because first, second, and third make it to the World Championships Grand Finals. So that's important to know who came third. It's my face again in case you missed me. We'll be starting fairly soon. We're just waiting for one Otto7 to show up. He was driving home. Right, let's... Oh God, what have I done there? Apologies if I offended anybody by saying oh God. I'm not a religious person. While we wait for this to get rolling, if anybody's watching and has some questions, I suppose I'd better open up Twitch again, but actually mute it, so I can see what people are saying in there. So I'm running a tournament and I'm streaming it, so that's always good. And I really need to rename. Really need to rename this. How do I do that? Login. Login as myself. I can't remember my Twitch password though. Is it this? No. It's always good to forget your password for Twitch so you can't log in and rename your stream. That's always a good thing to do. Alright, let's see if I can see a record of my Twitch password. all the different things that I do for Shadow Era, streaming is not one that I have got like a lot of experience with. Okay, I've done a fair amount, but I'm like, don't claim to be a pro. I've only just had the bravery to put my face on this thing. Right, cool, so we're here now. So can I edit the... yes, I can edit this. So I can call this instead Shadow Era Fall Seasonal Championships 2016. Like that. Done. I've now renamed the stream. So that's good. Still waiting on Otto. Hey, should we talk politics? Everybody else is. No, I don't think so. Let's not do that. No, I'm not going to make brackets yet. Yeah, because Otto will see. Date on there. Just wait to be shuffled. Right, so the way I do this bracketing, right, is I enter all the names in, and you've seen a bracket, but we're not going to use that one, otherwise players could be like trying to scout each other already. Okay, so 7 people have already shown me their decks. Could be careful how to pronounce that, decks. Okay, so they've shown me those, and I've got the listings. They're just a string of numbers at the moment, but I haven't got Otto's yet. So if he shows up and I've already got a bracket and he looks at who he's got, he can load up the right deck to potentially try and beat that person. So you've got to announce in advance what deck you're using. So you have to wait on Otto for that. So almost ready on that aspect. Hey, why don't I shuffle my mug at the moment? Look, it's a Star Wars mug. Pretty cool, it lights up. See, the heat makes it light up. I don't know if I've got any viewers yet. So I can say like, hi all. It's come a long way, baby. When I was a kid, I had a Spectrum. And then an Amiga. Someone doesn't know what brackets are. That's how I'm not telling you yet. It means you know what actually is brackets. That's good. That's funny. Yeah, the bracket, tournament bracket. Wow. Right, just waiting on Otto to get home safely. We haven't heard from him yet, so maybe that means he didn't get home safely and I've got to get a reserve in. Maybe we've lost Otto. Ugh. Okay, so if you're in the chat now, watching along, and you're liking what you're seeing, then say something nice. If you're not liking what you're seeing, then say something nice anyway. Or you could give me constructive criticism. Always good. So the way this tournament's going to work is I'm going to pick one of the matches and commentate on it as well. I will stay neutral, of course, because I'm also the tournament organiser. So, yeah, while we're waiting, if you've got any questions, then ask in the official Shadow Era discussion Telegram room or on the Twitch TV chat a question, and I might be able to answer it for you. Question on anything, you know. Why leave it just to Shadow Era? So A1 Theom has never done a tournament before. And, yep, Jano hasn't done one either. But they have done very well on Quick Match. Let's see, where is Otto? Dejvo wants me to smile more. There we go. Let you in a bit of laughter for you, a bit of evil laughter. Right. If I move this way, it's because I'm looking over there all the time at my my laptop. You can't change deck at all. The one I saw before is the one. Yo. Right, Dejvo, there are no brackets announced yet. I'm not announcing it until Otto shows up and sends me his deck list. This is so that people cannot try and choose a deck based on who they're facing. Because if you have an easy path to round 2, then you're almost into the World Championship Finals. So, we don't want to make it too easy on that. You've got to pick one which you think has a good chance of not losing, I would say. That's usually my tactic, try not to lose. But there's another tactic is to try and win, and they are different. They're very different. Because one that's all about winning might have some flaws. One that is about not losing, so hopefully handle most decks and then win after that. So anyway, that's a whole different thing, deck philosophy. It's quite interesting though. Quite interesting. Come on, Otto. Now the thing about Otto, we have to wait for him, is that he got a rating of 401 2 months ago, which is something we haven't seen for at least 4 years of Shadow Era. Yeah. I think Otto was at work. He's a surgeon, saving lives. Maybe. Hopefully he's not got that much more distance to travel, and to be honest, I haven't got any more reserves lined up. So, best thing you can do while waiting, if you're a player, probably not even watching this stream at the moment. Davo! Oh, that's how you pronounce it. So A1 Dejvo is pronounced Davo. Alright, Davo, that's good to know. Davo, yeah, I'll let these guys know. I'm posting all your decks on the forum later. Because this is the end of 3.15. They will be outdated when 3.6 hits anyway, right? Yeah, we're not that. Otto's a boob surgeon, is he really? He just tells women that, I think. Hello, my name's Otto. I'm a boob surgeon. Let me have a look, see if you need any work doing. My tea's gone cold. We've waited for Otto so long. Where have I been today, anyway? This morning, while I was watching my daughter play football, they didn't win. They got hammered, somewhere like 12-0. They're a new team. They're mostly playing for fun, I would say. No, so it's a good life lesson anyway, getting hammered every week at football. Or soccer, as Americans might tell us to call it. Nobody's asking any questions, so maybe there is a question, A1 Gamer asks, if I minimize the Twitch app, will I hear sound? It's a bit of a philosophical question, isn't it? If a tree falls in the woods, does it make a sound? If you close the Twitch app, does it make a sound? Wow. The answer is yes, it does make a sound. But can you hear it? No, you cannot. The answer? Is that one nailed? Right, any more philosophical questions? Any more? I'll try it and see. Alright, oh dear. Dear oh dear. Come on, Otto. He even sent, like, no. He didn't send anything to us while he was driving. He did not. No. Otto's a very good guy. Otto's here! 400 rated guy. Right, I'll just talk to Otto now and then we'll be able to get rolling. Otto, I will PM you. Right. Hi. All of us sent me decks. Can you make a custom game with password 1111? No, I can't say that. It will do. Right. You can send me a pic of his deck. Deck pic. Okay. Right. The brackets are almost... brackets almost ready to be shared. We can start. Right. Sorry to everybody watching this. I'm bored right now. Get used to it. It's all boring. No, it's not. No, it's not. It's going to be good. It's going to be very good. And just to punish Otto, we're going to showcase his game first, I think. We're going to show that Otto game. When does it start, sir? It starts in about 2 minutes. Otto's just submitting his deck to me. And then I randomise the brackets either once, twice, or 3 or 4 times. I'll randomise it as many times as it takes to make sure that the person that came first and second in a particular month aren't paired together. I don't think that's fair in round 1. So, but the 2 guys from July can't make it, nor can the reserves from July. So we've actually got 2 reserves in, highest rated reserves from August and September. Right, we've almost got it. Almost got it. Okay, we've got that, so now I can shuffle the brackets. We're almost ready to roll, so I just go into participants again. Participants, come on. Shuffle seeds. Okay, let's see what that came up with. So there's some people that aren't allowed to face each other, according to my strange rules. And those are Elliot Wave can't face Itachi, Otto can't face Killer, and Theon can't face Burnout. He's not, so we can start the tournament. Right, so here we go. I will show you what the bracket looks like. There's the bracket. I'm sorry that it's not bigger. I can try and stretch it further. There's the bracket. Killer Heart will play Janor. Elliot Wave will play Streets Ahead. And Burnout 1985 will play Otto. And Itachi will play Theon. So I believe everybody... Donald Trump stickers going all over the place. Good luck, everyone. Right, so that's the bracket shown. And now we can have a look. We can have a look at a match in progress. Only 5 viewers. What the? I mean, what the? I will show Otto versus Burnout, see how that goes. I haven't even looked at which deck Burnout's brought with him either. Yeah. I mean, I've logged a list of numbers that identifies the deck, but I haven't actually looked at which hero he's got. Actually. So... We'll see soon enough. And the servers are going slow at the moment. I think once you're connected, it's alright. It's the server. You just got to get connected first. So... No, this is full seasonal championship. 8 player. Top 3 go to WC 2015. Hey game Hellborn, try audio only, try to minimize. No one told me that the servers were slow the last 3 days. Davo, I only noticed it now. If I'd have known already, I might have tried to do something. Sorry, guys. Sorry. I think once you're connected, it's all right, because during a game it uses a different connection thing, so it should be all right to play. I think if it actually affected the game itself, then there'd be more complaints. Let's refresh this. God, that is slow. Wow, that's slow. Aha! Look, Burnout's playing Otto. Killer Heart's waiting for Janna to join. Or is it Itachi? One of them. Oh, man. It's auto refreshing as well. When it stops refreshing, we will go in and watch this Burnout game. Moonstalker versus Boris. That's not terrible for Boris. It depends what type of Boris it is. But that stealth is going to hurt Boris a bit. Not quite as bad as, say, Amber. Right, Theon's in. I'm going to click on that. Let's get rolling. So, as I said, we've got Moonstalker versus Boris. Janor. Alright, let's have a look. So, they're already, of course, we joined a bit late. So, Spirit Warden comes down from, oh, wow, he's already lost the Blood Frenzy. Burnout's really getting rolling now, but a Grave Resistance. Harbinger of the Lost smashes into Boris's face. Grave Resistance does 1 damage to Moonstalker. Spirit Warden gets rid of that card. Crippling Blow already out, very useful on the double Crippling Blow. That's good. Right, and now he's starting to kill things off just in case. Not really sure why you would do that. How's he going to get rid of Crippling Blow? Sever Ties. He's probably played him before. He's probably played Burnout before. So, Tombstone Beacon comes down. While this game's going on, I'm going to have a quick look over here to see whether Janor's in the game yet. Not yet. He's still trying to wait to get in. Right, so there's a good smack there from Otto. He's really trying to get rid of that Death Collector. Crypt Spawns come down. Tombstone Beacon. Ooh, now you're mine. Goodbye, Mr. Spirit Warden. Otto will be able to get rid of that Crypt Spawn, but it will, if he uses his ability, then it's going to be, it's going to bounce to hand. His ability damage. So, that's what it says there. Oh, God. Other than combat damage, bounce to hand. If there's 2 in the grave, so it'll be alright. You can get rid of it. Right, Marksman's come down, dealt with somebody. Sorry about this, there's just one game that hasn't quite started yet. Apologies, if all the games are rolling I can focus more on this one, but as TO I have to prioritise that. TO equals totally awesome. I mean, tournament organiser. So, let's see if he's managed to get in yet. He managed to create a game before, so it's very weird. Let's check again. No, still not working. Let's just close all other things. Piano. And then just look for game to join. What password has Kiloheart said to use? Okay, well, if we're lucky, then Kiloheart and Janna eventually get started, and maybe we get a bit of action and these other guys get a break afterwards. So we've still got these 2 crippled dudes there on the screen. Otto down to 2 cards. No draw engine yet. Corpse Shifter hits the board. Another Tombstone Beacon. And it's looking pretty good. Captured Prey comes down and hurts that Blade Dancer. Do this. Might go like this. My head goes higher. I've moved my screen a little bit so I can stoop, well, bend over a little bit. I sit on a Fitball, by the way, in case you're wondering, so I can bounce like this. This may be good for the back. So, Spirit Warden smacks into Moonstalker. That's foil Moonstalker. And Boris says, thanks very much. I'm glad that I saved up all my shadow energy, because now I can kill that corpse hurler. Aldon hops down. The hell? Why wouldn't you've played Aldon before? I don't know. But I'm lost there. I'm really lost. Okay. So Otto's got an Aldon in a nice position, but not quite enough to do some damage. Look at all that shallow energy saved up by that was a yawn. A disguised yawn, can you believe it? I'm not bored, I'm just tired. My tea went cold. Sorcerer of Endia has come down. I always thought that was a human card. What's going on there? How did he get that? Oh, Otto did play it. I'm all confused now. I'm all confused. Oh, right, he targeted his own guy to get rid of Captured Prey. Excellent. It's a bit weird. Why he's targeting his own thing? As I said, I'm sleepy. Alright? So, Aldon now. Well, not sleepy, tired. I've got 2 kids that are both ill. What's the thrills of being a parent? Could be worse. I could be ill. So, Death Mage Stadius says, hello, take that. Another Death Collector hops into the picture. Moonstalker now decides a great time to go stealth mode. Wonder if Janel's back yet. Let's have a look. He's in. Janel's now playing. Now I can like 100% focus on this game. Where were we? Crippling Blow, that's where we were. Cool, he's got 3 out of the 4 crippling blows. Seduct just comes down and says, there, get disabled. Spirit Warden says, I'm gonna get rid of that for some reason. Necromancer's Shroud could be bringing those back, so I suppose it's worth getting rid of them. Otherwise it's not really worth that much. Overwhelm, pow! Ooh. It's funny because I have heard certain people quote before, possibly even Otto, that if your opponent's got like 4 allies or more out, you've lost. Well, Otto just had 5 allies out and had them all wiped away. So we had quite a lot on the board then. And even if they weren't cleared away, I think there would still be a lot more fighting to go. So the idea that 4 allies means you're dead, it's just been shown here not to be the case. See, now we've got 5. It does depend on the matchup. Death Mage Stadius zaps for 2. Moonstalker says wahaha. He grows himself because he might as well. Boris is going to need to come up with a plan. Is anybody trying to talk to me on Telegram? No, nobody likes me. Has anybody talked to me on Twitch? You can see my profile here, but look at that. That Aldon move was really bad. Okay, Gamer Halborn, so you can still hear me, you can't see it. So Otto is looking in a bit of trouble because he's facing down this board of 4 allies now. They're all stealth. 3 have got crippling blows on, but Overwhelm still works. Otto's just played King's Pride, which some say is, what's the word, finisher, a win more card. Others say that is a game changer. I think it's both, but quite often it is a game changer. So Otto's played that, and I would say probably Burnout had the upper hand then. And now he's had to go after Sorcerer twice, essentially, due to that extra health that was there. If you look at, well, you can't see if you're only listening, but Burn has only got 9 cards left in deck. Otto is complaining about lack of draw, and now he's played a bad Santa. It's almost Christmas time. I think is it only 6 weeks now till Christmas? I think it might be 6 weeks till Christmas. So bad Santa's fair game. Burn has got a lot of cards now, and Attach is already out. So Itachi lost, but he's already into the... He's already in, I think. So now DMT is zapping that poor Boris. Burn has only got 2 cards left, but 6 in hand. Sounds like Theom had a good deck. We'll check out that match in the semi-finals. Sacrificial Lamb comes down, gets some draw. He's taken 2 damage there. He's desperately trying to draw that last card, and he's taken 2 damage in the process. DMT says Zap, take 2 damage, but I think Otto now is in a reasonable spot if he can find some answers. What kind of answers does he have? Otto actually has the most resources, so Laerian Seductra. Seductress is not going to do the business here. Burnout, damn, because he's out of cards. Visca hops out and thinks, who shall I punch in the face? There's going to be a lot of haste, not haste, stealth coming up. But 3 of them are immobilized. And he's probably not got ways to counter that, because he would have already had that card in his hand. So now it's a case of, can Otto turn the tide? Does Burnout have a card to get rid of King's Pride? Hey, that rhymes. Turn the tide, King's Pride. TJ Vertex has left the game. Otto says, I suck. DMT says, take that. Well, Otto next turn can actually blow up that DMT, so I wonder what else is coming. Okay. Right, let's see how we're going. So, yeah, I've got Kyle looking into server issues, but better not reset it, because that would kill all the games. It's a good match, this. Otto's only really staring down one source of damage here. So, surely Otto should be able to sort this out. Kills off the GMT. Now there's no sources of damage. DMT comes down and zaps Boris for 1, but and these stealths, that's a bit of a shame. Otto can zap that DMT. Is he going to do it? Is he going to do it? He's done it! The pressure is really getting to these guys, according to Davo. Could be right, Davo. When I used to do tournaments, I would really feel the pressure. He came out full guns a-blazing, didn't he, this Moonstalker? He stealthed again. Can Otto get at him? Can he get at him somehow? Marksman can do it. Boom, that's very nice. This is a great Boris deck. So all these decks are going to be posted on the forum at the end. Well, Burnout is saying he's given up. Otto wins. So the next match, let's see how it goes in the next one, shall we? So as you can see, contacting servers taking a while. I think we will watch the next of those guys to see whether Otto wins again. So Theon's already won. Killheart's still going. Sudden death? That was their first game. Otto and Burnout. Otto won that. Burnout's creating the next one. Street set. So Theon won 2 somehow. I didn't see 2 games. Very weird. Right, just waiting for this other game to come up for Otto to join. Not there yet. Unless the fans want to see a different match in progress. Yep, we're going to look at Streets Ahead versus Elliott Wave. The reason for this is because if Otto wins, boring. If he doesn't, we'll watch the decider, because Otto's already won one. So I haven't seen these guys yet. Elliott Wave won the first one. I think he did. A quick check. My handy, just type in Elliott Wave, search my little server logs. We'll see that Elliott Wave won that first one, yeah. Right. Look at that playmat. Playmats are available from the Shadow Era store, shadowera.com/store. Brilliant sleeves there from Mr. Streets Ahead as a tribute to Caitlin Zero, who died earlier this year. Been playing the game for like 5 or more years. No longer with us. And those sleeves are her most recent avatar that she was using for quite a while. She was known as Dark Riding Hood, as well as Caitlin Zero, and creator of the Earthen Protector flavor, and creator of loads of decks. So this is obviously a discard Praxis. What else is he going to be doing? Well, there is a wagon Praxis, and actually, look, there's a wagon, a meat wagon. Some people say to me, why is it called meat wagon? How does it work? How does the name and the image fit? Well, the idea was that if you've got an ally on top of your deck, then he is carrying the wagon to you with all of these lovely treats on it. And if there isn't an ally on the top of your deck, then the wagon is not being taken to your guys, so they cannot eat from the wagon, and so they haven't got an attack and health boost. Okay, because the top card of your deck is one that is getting very close to hitting the field, just on the way to the battlefield. Clever, eh? If you think not, then stay quiet. If you think that's clever, then let me know. Well, look, all these cards, we try and make them make sense as much as possible. So that's the idea, right? You have a name, you have some art, and that's meant to fit with the effect. Sometimes we start off with an effect, and then we have to somehow reverse engineer some kind of name to go with it. That can be really hard sometimes. Anyway, back to the game. So there is a Grimghast out, and there is a Ironhide Karash out, and there's a Glass Chalice of Knowing. So the image, I'm not sure if it does show much glass, but the idea was, because it's a glass chalice, you can see what's in the bottom of it, and that's why it draws 3 cards from the bottom of your deck, because you can see what's in the chalice. And then obviously you spit 2 drops back in. Take some. So anyway, it's like kind of drinking from the fountain of knowledge or whatever. Drinking usually fits with draw, as does No, books and things. Same with knowledge. Focus prayer destroys the meat wagon. You pray hard enough, the wheels will fall off. And now, Stardust Extractor. Used to be much more well known, that guy. Maybe you could say broken. We changed him anyway. He's come down now as a 2/6. And soon he may start using up his own health for cards. Stardust Extractor health is reduced by 1 and you draw a card. So he sits there with 2/6. So all the people that were in this tournament played at least 100 games in one of the past 4 seasons, and they scored very high rating. A long time ago, people used to say, "Oh, you can only get a high rating if you don't play many games and whatnot." Well, Otto played more than 100 and got 401 ratings, so that kind of kicks that idea in the nuts, some might say. Yeah, I'm astounded at how high rating people can get despite playing a lot. And that's just because of, what we used to think, the received wisdom. But actually, you can get about 70% win rate, which is a hell of a lot of losses, really, and have a rating of about 350-ish. So there's the Vermin come down and blows up the King's Pride, and Xana is now on 11 health. So looks like we're headed for 1-1 here. Killerheart plays Moonstaller, you need to DQ him. No, I'm not. Davo, I can't DQ someone for playing Moonstaller. Moonstaller, thanks for giving the right name as opposed to, what's the other word? Millstalker. Moonstaller, please don't talk. Huh? You don't talk. Right, yeah, so, I can't believe I misspelled choir. So, I don't think Streets Edge should get too wound up here because he's in a wonderful spot. But if that board gets wiped now, then there will be trouble. Maybe a little bit of trouble. But Elliot Wave's calling good game. So the other guy is your opponent takes 25 damage thing on. No, right. So whoever created game 1 is going to create the next one. Let's see how the rest of the guys are doing. Otto's still in progress. Thearm is through. Killerheart is using a Moonstaller deck. Wow. Okay. That might take a while. We'll watch game 2 of that. That's harsh. But it is a deck. It's a legitimate deck. I wonder how it's gonna play out. Well, the thing is, I mean, it's a real deck. Could probably expect it might show up, and you can bring things that might beat it. I think we'll watch the decider of Elliot Wave. Otto and Burnout slugging it out. Theon's already through. I can update the bracket actually to record a result. So Theon won, and he won 2-0. So I think scores. Right, so Theon will be in the next round. Let's go back to this. Let's go back to this. Hit refresh. Still waiting. So, yep, Theon's through. Killerheart. It's got some kind of Moonstaller deck. And that is just a terrible matchup anyway for Amber. Because Amber likes to hit you. So, that is tough luck. That's a risk with Amber. And they're away. Elliot Wave plays. Now, Jana's never played a tournament before. Killerheart is just thinking, I've got to use whatever I can take to get through. I really want to get into World Championships again. So you do what you got to do. Right. Now Streets Head is at the top. And Elliot Wave skips turn 2 as well. Praxis usually has a turn 2 ally. Feasterling comes out. Is Feasterling a little bit OP? That's the question that some people ask. Obviously my view is no, otherwise we would have changed it in 3.16, which is coming out very soon. But some people think it is. The idea is to try and represent choosing to attack or not attack for kind of defensive reasons. So if you attack with it, you also take 2 yourself, or you just play it not buff it by 2 and then not take 2 yourself. So that's kind of the idea. It represents very aggro. You will attack with that. In this case, he's gone for the Devoted Knight, so his own hero's taken 2, but he's been able to kill off an ally. I think it's fair. It's not overpowered on paper. Does it break the game? That's the real question, because there's 2 kind of meanings for overpowered. Overpowered as in it's too much power, breaks the game, or overpowered as in it's too far from the power curve, really. I don't think we can conclusively say it is too far from the power curve, because you're getting +2 and you're taking 2 extra damage, and it's just a 1/3 ally for 2 CC. So when you look at it that way, you can't say that's definitely overpowered. But if it breaks the game, then you can say it's overpowered in that sense. But we would say broken. Okay, so Wizened Staff comes down and draws a card. Meatwagon comes down. Nico Fury is watching the game, and he goes for face, wears down that staff, takes some damage. So his hero took 2 damage again there, and 1 from the weapon. No, not 1 from the weapon, because Feasterling took 1. But still, his hero took 2 there, but he gave 4 to the opposing hero. Zana can heal it. Meatwagon. I like Meatwagon. Honestly, I can't remember if I designed it or not. Might have been somebody else. Might have been a similar idea. But I came up with a name anyway, because we like the effect. Came up with a name. It's nice to see Infernal Gargoyles still popular after all these years. And it's such a simple effect. Feasterling's dead. Who said he was OP? He's dead. We needed Visca to get rid of him, and Visca is a 6 CC card. Who lives on? So we know at the top of the deck is no longer an ally. Praxis is wondering what to do. Ability: 1 ally, 2 ally, 4 ally. Zap. Visca is... Ooh, look at that. Chucks a Brimstone in the bin. Visca is a goner. Some people are saying discard Praxis, too good. It's going to win World Championships. Maybe. Last time it was won by... Honestly, I can't remember. Vince 1992 won. I can't remember what deck he used. I feel real bad about that, not being able to remember. The year before it was Banebo. I'll have to look that up. Sorry about that, everybody, for forgetting. Wizened Staff. Tidal Wave. Just going to jog my memory here on something. So Theon was actually the top rated person in October. So one of our top rated, he's the number 1 rated in October. He's gone through to the next round. If it all goes based on rating, then Elliot Wave should win this, really, because he was first in August and he's being faced up against Streets Ahead, who was 3rd in August. But let's see. Zana's down to 16 health. Uses Wizened Staff for draws. Very big deck, this. My forehead looks so big on this. And there's brain behind there. Behind that forehead. A lot of brain. So if you insult my forehead, I don't care. I've got a lot of brain in there. It's not space and it's not sawdust. Anyway, back to this. So, Elizabeth Winterbourne and Aldon the Brave come down and join the party, and one of them's probably going to die. Maybe both. MSUD says Naratsa713. Hello, Naratsa713. How you doing? Rampant Krygon. The card they said we nerfed too much shows up. Card that was nerfed too much. Really? I think it's quite balanced now. False Blood Cultist. There's a bit of pain. Zana is hurting. Ouch, ouch, ouch. Ooh, what he'd give for King's Pride now or something. That would really help. Because Vermin can get rid of it. I doubt Praxis holds anything else. Does this Zana even run such a thing? 38 cards left in deck. Even if you add 3, there's a chance you wouldn't find it. So... who won? A Tidal Wave. Priest of the Light. Gain 1 health. Right. Reactor is hopped down. And Vermin's hopped down. Killer Heart is such a crafty character. I like Killer Heart, but I call him the king of the stickers, because whatever the situation, he's got a good Telegram sticker to put down. Usually it's of somebody crying behind a desk. Great. He's a good guy. I look forward to the next few weeks because there's other tournaments. There's the Pro Tour finals. There's regionals in 2 weeks, for which the sign-ups will go up soon. Sooner than soon. Sooner than Wolven soon. Actual soon. They'll go up. Davo's saying if Moonstaller gets through to the finals, this will go until midnight. Well, I don't know, because who have we got here? We've got a Praxis. If Praxis goes through, it'll be a different matter. There are bad matchups for Moonstaller. Fat Xana's like 50-ish cards or something, and has... I mean, Focus Prayer is a great way of cutting through Stealth. If it's Moonstaller with no allies, I don't know if people still run Moonstaller with no allies at all. We'll see soon, I guess. If we check in on one of those games, if we've got the, bravery, the courage to do so. You've got to be really committed if you want to watch that. I really feel for Janel, who's coming as a reserve though, against Killer Heart, who was second in September. False Blood Cultist kills off the Priest. It's nice to see a Cultist kills off the Priest. Religious War there. Vermin smacks Xana square in the jaw. Stardust Extractor says, I'm 3-7 today, mate, thanks to my meat wagon. Ironide Karash is now at 3-3, thanks to Meat Wagon. Pretty good card, Meat Wagon. You paid 3 for +1/+1 to everybody. It is unreliable. I'd say it's a prime candidate to get blown up by Focus Prayer, really. That's a lot of extra damage you could have. And the health helps as well. It's tough for Elliot now. Elliot is our top guy from August. Don't know if he's played in a tournament before. Was in staff. Towards the card. Looking for an answer. Looking for a wave. King's Pride, who does have KP, but he hasn't got an ally left to make use of it. But it's going to get worn down. It's going to block a reasonable amount of damage, but not that much. Extractor draws a card looking for some kind of answer. Karash wears it down. So it takes 1 damage. Extractor. Vermin. Finally, Cultist. So, Streets Ahead really loves this Praxis Wagon deck, which is basically a bunch of allies and Meat Wagon. And it's about player skill, really. Knowing the right ones to play, knowing the right who to go for. If you're facing the deck, you'll know that it has very few answers. It's pretty much all allies, so you know what kind of allies will be in there. Not many of these have on summon abilities. Vermin does, so you know not to be in Vermin range. Who else? Cultist draws cards and banish. What's going to be banished? Grimghast. Okay, and that forced the deck shuffle, which weakened the whole lot. That's quite interesting. Okay, so Cultist now can't do anything. Oh, but now the top of the deck is an ally again. And Extractor draws a card. Vermin does that, and now it's been knocked away. And I think that's not quite enough because Krygon. So Streets is through. Streets is through. Well done, Streets Ahead. Elliot Wave. So that is Streets Ahead 2-1. 2-1. So missed goals. Right, let's now go and have a look at. I'm going to open the right screen. Okay. Let's have a look at this horrible. Oh, look, Burnout won the second one. I did say we'd check out the Decider, but there is this Moonstaller. Well, we can probably watch this one finish and then look at the Moonstaller afterwards. So let's see how this is going now. So this is the Decider between Otto and Burnout, 1985. Is that a reference to Back to the Future? I kind of hope it is. But then what's the Burnout part? The number playing Back to the Future was Out of Time. In the Burnout game, Burnout Paradise, you could get the DeLorean. Well, something that looked like a DeLorean that actually has hover capability and leaves trails of fire behind it. So maybe that's a reference to that, but I doubt it. Maybe he was just born in 1985. Maybe that was the year that he burnt out. Or maybe he's 30. In fact, he told me he's 30. So that'll be the year he was born. Alright, so Tombstone Beacon. Burnout is calling out that he's won by things based on the chat. Looks like it's all over. Do you see how it unfolded? A1, Otto 7. Yeah, Otto lost this. I think we will hop into this Moonstaller game. Right, so this is Jalamon versus Kiloheart, and if I move this across, it doesn't make any odds. Who do I have to put through that? Burnout wins 2-1. No. Burn plays Theom. Back to this. So Amber's really going for it here. Can Amber find a way to get rid of some of those cards that annoy people? That's the question. A card that cut through stealth now would be good. You know, like would you run a ground shift, for example? That would really hinder Moons. Varian Terror comes down. Pals. Okay, so there are some allies in here. Okay, so I've now put the game window in the top left. You can see different sides of my face. Okay, so the question, when you're facing Moonstaller, you are looking for an opening. And the opening, he has got ground shift. So he's got ground shift there now. He's found a bit of an opening to cut through. How many ground shifts has he got? I don't know. Would you save it for a later date? That's a tough question because he has got Lone Wolf on. So that's a tough call as to whether you save the ground shift or not. He's decided to play it now. Here comes... Oh, Lumen Fate. He must have some allies then. This Moonstalker's really going for it. Now, the thing about having such a wide board is that, like, Sorcerer of Endia could come down and get rid of some things as well. He's got draw coming out of his ears. So, is that Blood Frenzy on there or something else? Smashing Blow takes out that weapon. That's always good to do. Oh, it's Enrage on there. Okay, so he hasn't played Blood Frenzy, of course. And he's hitting in now, but he's doing some damage. So that is a seriously big deck from Kiloheart. Because Moonstaller has been around so long and people have you know, the bane of so many people. A lot of people just ban stall in little tournaments. But that means you don't get the chance to face stall, and you don't get the chance to work out how to stop it. So some people won't have even faced it if they've only ever done pop-ups where it's banned. That gives you an advantage to use it. It actually encourages people to use it in big tournaments because not many people know about it. And if most of your decks are for quick match and for pop-ups, then you won't be, they're your tried and tested decks that are expecting no Moonstaller. Then when you go to something like this where it's possible, will you know how to tweak it to put in the right cards to tackle it or not? Do you stick with your tuned deck that obviously doesn't expect a stall deck? It's a difficult one, right? Ferentera hops down. It is fun being a TO and the streamer. I mean, if I had another person on here, like on Skype or something, then they could be talking over it while I'm talking. I'll see if I can get a co-commentator for round 2. Just leave you guys watching this for a second and see if I can rustle somebody up. I'll send Kip a message, see if he can. Kip, do you want to be You just need to Skype me. Let's see, maybe we could rustle a Kip to join us, because I never chatted to him before and I really enjoyed my interview with him, which you can find on my YouTube channel. My YouTube channel is called Gondorian.com, can you believe? You also get to it via just going to my website, which is Gondorian.com. I wonder where he got his name from. Yeah, that's right. So, Amber's in a lovely state here. Got ground shift down again. If there's any more ground shift, then I would potentially save it. Let's look through this again now. Who's playing who? I totally forgot who this is even. Jana, right. So, I'm going to go here. Right, say no more. Let's have a look. Does Kip want to be involved? Streets Ahead is watching the game again. It's weird. Is it recycling the chat or something? Very strange. Sociovendia, what to blow up? It's blown up, that one. That's a real interesting one. When you've got all those choices, what do you go after? It's a tough call. Moonstaller is on to Shadow Energy, so can't even stealth up yet. Needs to find a way to get rid of that sorcerer. Ron Johnson 388 is Samuel J. Really? Now down to 9 health, but he's going to be able to... Oh, Disco Wolf comes out. So it's a Moonstaller, but it's not like an ally-less Moonstaller, is it? There are allies in here, see, and we're alright with this. It was the Atlas one that was really the one that everybody hated because it's so non-interactive. I'd call this one ultimate control style. Where basically you're controlling by saying all your stuff can't touch me, and then later finding a way to cut through that. It's definitely stall focused. The stall part, I'd say, totally fits. But there are allies in here. There are sources of damage. It's not just a case of just kind of wait it out and go ha ha. Because at the moment, Amber's got 32 there, so, you know. Ron Johnson. Hey, Ron Johnson. Or should that be Samuel L. Johnson? Henderson? Sam J. Anyway. Furion Terror hops out, kills his own Disco Wolf. See if this other match has started yet. Theon. Let's have a check. No, right. Okay, so if it is a bit of a server issue, then maybe we could reset the server. Thing about facing Moonstore is you need to think a lot. A lot of thinking is required. See, there's an opening there. Do you go for the hero at this point, or do you... He's going for the hero, right. There's an opening. Rampage, very useful. So he's getting 2 now. Look at all those cards there, though. I mean, he could have done a lot of damage then. That's a tough call. Special delivery for the win. So he wouldn't have healed then. Couldn't you just hit the hero? Whew, tough one. Tough one. Right, so where are we? Sorry about that. I was just chatting to Kyle, the king of Shadow Hero, the creator of Shadow Hero. I was chatting to him on Skype. So Streets Ahead keeps on leaving the game and then coming back to the game. That's very weird. Is this some kind of it is cycling, so I'll just say good luck both. That might break the chat recycling forever. Disco Wolf's out. We call him Disco Wolf because he looks like he's gone to a disco, basically. There's blood on the dance floor. Look at him. He's so cool. He got the name Tiger Wolf. Wolf, like Woven Wolf. W-U-L-F. He got that name and the artwork was done. Doesn't really look like a tiger at all. Or we just kept the name Tiger. But unofficially, he's called Disco Wolf. Because he's just like, wow, disco. Alright, so. Where is it? That. No, it's not. That's how we all dance, isn't it? It's really cool anyway. Moonstalker smacks into the Brax soldier. If he could just find a way through here. But he can't. I know, the crypt is back down. It's really tough for Jana to face this. I don't think Streets really is hopping in and out the whole time. Where's nowhere to hide? Everyone runs. Don't know. Where's the wolf flare that everyone runs? Amber there. Now, if she goes for the hero here, all you have to do is go for the hero here, right? Go for the hero because you can't stealth next turn anyway. You can't wear down your weapon. You can kill him at this point. You can't heal because there's an ally out. You go for the hero, I think you've got him, right? Right? Surely. Unless he's probably saved up a range late or a other thing, but surely. Down to 2 health, what can he do? Can he get rid of the weapon? If not, then can he find some way to stealth? Can he avoid it? What's going to happen? Regeneration. Boom! There's the answer. Regeneration. Nice work. We almost thought he had him, but he was holding on to regeneration. He plays a full moon as well. Okay. Oh, Streets is hopping between apps. I see. Can you do that, can you? And you carry on. That's the way it works. I really didn't know you could do that. So if you hop between apps, then it says left the game, join the game, left the game, join the game. Yeah. Alright, so Oldmore Accelerator has just given some... Of course, that's another way to get Shadow Energy, isn't it? Oldmore Accelerator. So you can stealth with that anyway. I would say probably Killer Heart is some kind of expert with this deck. Now, what is Amber going to do? Hold on to all 7 cards, or what? I had a Burger King today. It was nice. I forgot what it's called now. Some like ranch barbecue thing. like a long burger thing, onion rings, barbecue sauce, cheese in a roll. It was so nice. Today's a cheat day. I'm trying to be healthy, but Saturday is cheat day. It's not over. I'm wasting time here and I could be eating all kinds of bad stuff. Tough call. Another regeneration. Shadow Font. Boom. Wow, he wants to see what's in the rest of his deck here. He wants to find some other answers. Loom of Fate. Ultimate Accelerator. Whoa. Pretty cool. From the brink of death comes back Mr. Killerheart. You can't touch me. What will Amber do now? Pass. Nothing. Ouch. Let's see if Theon started. Yeah. No, didn't start yet. They're waiting. Okay, so Street, seriously, stop swapping between apps if you're doing that, man. Keep showing up every game. Showing off your name all the time. Disco Wolf is down. Right, well, if Amber can find a way to kill those guys, then we'll heal from it. But he's gone into crazy mode now. Fury and Terror killed one of them himself. Disco Wolf killed. So now rain delay. So if you wanted to see kind of like how to play Moonstaller, then this game is a good example of how to do it, the kind of cards you want and so on. The challenge as the opponent is to find a way through. That Lone Wolf has really put in work. Crypt has really put in work. Bazaar has put in work. Evil Ascent has put in work. A lot of stuff has put in work. If we think we're going to see Moonstaller at the Grand Finals, maybe go Rogue. Maybe go Anarchic Looting, you know? Oh, that must hurt. Maybe a bit of Ground Shift and Anarchic Looting. You will get through a lot of the guy's deck that way as it builds up. There's also a lot of rogue cards that can deal with things without attacking as well. Right, so Aldon is disabled. Streets Ahead just left the game again. Crippling Blow deals with that guy. That's good. If you do a Crippling Blow on that guy, then that neuters Lone Wolf's ability until that ally is got rid of. Killer Heart was either... He didn't win the World Championships, but he's either second, third or fourth last year anyway. He's a quality player. Absolutely high quality guy. This is Jana's first tournament. What a way to start. Saw my comments before about, if you played pop-ups you won't know how to face. Well, Jana's never even played a tournament at all before, so that comment was off the mark a bit. But now Jana has got one card left in deck. and it's 20-5 here in the UK. Because people are still feeling the aftermath of Trump winning the US election. President-elect Trump. We all thought it was a joke when he ran. We thought no chance. He's won. Ha! What does that say? Well, we'll discuss that another time. So Fear and Terror's sitting there, but he's going to die off automatically thanks to Evil Ascendant, so... I did not create Althal's Crypt. Previous design team member created that, and it may well have been Nacho Ches who claims that he invented Meal Stalker, and that card surely helps it. So in a way, yeah, maybe we should have knocked that on the head. That one. Cards that exile are a good answer to that card. And without cards, and Moonstalker's on 1 health, but he's gonna stealth. If only he'd got rid of Lone Wolf. Full Moon, that helps. Shadow Fawn, that helps. Disco Wolf. Oh, Ground Shift now would surely win it. The Ground Shift now would have surely won it. Loom of Fate. If he kills him with Bad Santa, Fear and Terror. Boom. If he forgets to stealth now, he loses. Ah, he stealthed. Ah. Could have been good. I mean, if he hadn't have blown those ground shifts early on and saved them for later, I think that's the thing. We saw 2. If you'd have saved them for the right opening, you have to wait for the opening. The killer opening, really. Is still ongoing. He's not given up yet. But, actually he's about to lose. This is where he loses. Okay. Well done, Killer Heart. You win. Oh, wait. No, wait. No, Blood Frenzy will kill him. Oh, that's a shame. He attacks in. Almost kills him. He won't be dead. He's not actually going to die. Oh, yes, he is. Hit for 6. He is dead. Alright, so congratulations to Killer Heart winning 2-0. I think it's going to be a great match against Streets Ahead. So Burnout was running Moonstalker, Theom. I don't know what Theom was running. Some kind of attachment thingy. Right. Hopefully everybody's enjoying this. Probably not the people that just lost. We have our semi-finalists. Only one of these will not make it to the WC Grand Finals. Okay. Let's see whether we can find somebody to co-commentate with me. It's a bit more interesting then. Surely. So very soon we're going to see, let's bring up this little bracket here. There's a little bracket. As you can see, Killer Heart, who has this Moonstall deck, will be playing Streets Ahead, who has Praxwagon. Burnout 1985, who has this Moon Undead MS, will be playing Thearm. Yes, you can start round 2. Good luck all to all others. Thanks for playing, and I will get your prizes sent to you next week. Right. Does anyone want to commentate with me? Nobody. Boo. I shall go it alone. Just me, I'm afraid, guys, but there's less tournament organising stuff to do now and more actual tournament watching. Ah, Sam needs headphones to have a microphone. Oh, we could have had Samuel J, aka Ron Johnson 388. How many games left, King Bradley? Well, we're just into round 2 now, King Bradley. Whoever loses these two will still go into the third place playoffs. So it will be a while to find out who doesn't make it into the grand finals. Pretty soon we'll know 2 of the ones who are going to make it into the grand finals. Right, sorry about all my typing and whatnot. I'm trying to juggle a lot of things here. If you like streaming in general, let me know, because I could stream other stuff. Ideally stuff I'm not actually organising, and then I can be more focused on streaming. Ideally, I have a co-commentator as well. I will try and get one organised for next time. I'll admit that this is kind of come a bit out of the blue for me. I mean, I did say I'd do it, but I've just had such a busy week, and my kids have been sick, and that has kind of stolen time from other things. So, do my best here. Oh yeah, and I'm also the head designer, so I've got campaign to design and so on. So, yeah, a lot of stuff going on. I will get better over time at this kind of stuff. Practice makes perfect. Right, we might be able to get a co-commentator here. I'll send you a message. Okay, so do you have Skype? The microphone. Let's get a random guy on, King Bradley. Why not? Co-commentator is always good, right? We might just be getting a co-commentator now. Live on air. Turn on his PC. Is it a fast PC? It fires up quickly. I will not join a game yet, so that we can be watching it at the same time. That will be the way this will work. It'd be really good to have a co-commentator, I think. Not that I've talked to this guy before. We'll see. We will see what he's like. Let's have a look here. Killer Heart has gone for a quick dump. That is sick. Just seen probably the worst Killer Heart has just put up the worst Pepe sticker you will ever see in your life. It is all kinds of wrong. It's like Donald Trump being president. All kinds of wrong. It's just yeah. I need brain bleach now at the moment. That is oh, it's so wrong. So wrong. I'm not putting that on my channel, no way. Let's just say it's Pepe doing a poo on somebody's face that's on the floor, lying down crying. He's also got, you can see both his butt and what's around the other side. And he seems excited. And he's got a big smile on his face. It's just like the most insulting and sick thing you'll ever see. Yeah, this co-commentator, come on, man. I really want my co-commentator. Thank you, everybody, for waiting despite this. He is firing up his computer. It's a Windows computer, so who knows how long that takes. Let's find out. Is it coming? I could probably just catch up. Oh, right, okay. He says almost ready. Good. Gotta look for if he sent me, gotta find me and add me on Skype. And then we'll get rolling. Question is, will he show up? Am I gonna still echo as well? Do I still echo now? No, I don't think I echo now. That's alright. Very soon we're gonna get this rolling, okay? Very soon. Co-commentators are good. King Bradley used to have a channel, so that's good. He's got prior experience of commentary. Just waiting for this to this ad to come through. Reminder as to what's coming up the next few weeks then. So next weekend, Pro Tour Finals. Following weekend, Regionals. Following weekend, Wildcard. Following weekend, Grand Finals. There'll be another Wildcard that's during the week as well as the weekend Wildcard. So there'll be 2 Wildcards. Wild A and Wild B. He's logging into Skype. He's logging into Skype. He's going to add me soon. Come on, dude. This is boring. We're going to have to do speed commentary here at this rate. They've already been playing 7 minutes. I've already commentated on it. Sorry, guys. But I think it'd be worth it. Commentary's a lot better. Co-commentary, I mean. Commentary with 2 people. It's a lot better. See if this guy adds me. It'll be good. It'll be good, I promise. Seriously. Oh, I've lost another viewer. It's going to get rolling soon, I promise. We're going to find out who gets through to the final. There are some big prizes for this. Shall I remind you as to what the prizes are? Prizes are pretty huge. So the overall first place of this gets 16 prize packs, 16 premium packs, and 40 pick a card. 40! So you can foil your entire deck if it's a 40 card deck. Second place gets 14 prize packs, 14 premium packs, and 30 pick a card. You can almost foil your whole deck. Third place gets 12 prize packs, 12 premium packs, and 20 pick a card. I'm just waiting for this guy to log into Skype. And soon we'll get rolling. If I'd only be this long, then okay, I would have started already. Sorry, everybody. I'm sure somebody else is watching. Is anybody else watching the Streets Killer Heart match at the moment? How is Streets doing in that? If you're able to type on Twitch. Whoa, it says contacting servers take forever. Wow, it's like so slow. It's not good. We've got to find out what's going on with that. He's still logging into Skype, allegedly. Wow. Maybe somebody's just attacking the internet. How's the internet for everybody else? Well, I'm still streaming, right? So something must be working. Try again. Hit refresh. Let's see. Right, well, I'm still trying to contact server, so I can't even watch at the moment. Anyway. Oh, man. It's not good, is it? That wasn't 2 minutes ago they started. Dear, oh dear. Let's see now what happens. This round might need to... Not great. People watching the stream, how's your connection doing? This is crazy. Never seen it this bad. Problem is those guys are both playing now. Ah. Well, for the sake of Praxwagon, oh no. I'm going into Killer Heart versus Streets Ahead, and the other guy can just catch up. So I don't know when it's going to next properly connect again. So here we go then. So we're going to be speed commentating for now. Everything's going to go very fast. So here's what you missed on Glee. Somebody played Bizarre. Killer Heart played Bizarre. Then Veselin came down. Obviously, Moonstalker is going to be using Evil Ascendant. There we go. He's going to be using Stealth. Praxix, though, has got sources of ability damage, but not much because it's Praxwagon. It's pretty much all allies. The only ability damage he's got is Brimstone Devourer when he's discarded, and Praxix himself. He's got Vermin. That's going to help. That's going to open some doors for him. I'm still waiting for Bradley to add me. Right, so he's gone all out here. Streets has gone all out. He's got 5 allies down. Evil Ascendant. There we go. Bit of stealth there. Bit of Loom of Fate. Grimghast hops in. Not sure how much use he'll use. Troll is out. That is a lot of allies, and some have already perished. Okay, so King Bradley's adding me, trying to add me. Soon we're going to have an extra person on the line. Hey, someone said I should sing or dance while we wait, or comedy. Alright, so, yeah, I've got this bad finger. Yeah, it's really bad. It keeps doing this. Yeah, there you go. It's my first. Keep doing this to people. Right, no offense. What's the other one? Our family motto. Our family motto has always been go the extra mile. It served us well, except for family reunions where we can't find each other, especially if we come from different directions. Yeah. Anyway, so there's that. Yeah. Also, it doesn't work too well if you like join Uber, because everyone's like, well, I'm now 1 mile from where I wanted to be. Okay, so there's my comedy routine. Hope you enjoy that, Ron Johnson, 388. It's all about the delivery, isn't it? Delivery. It's a shame. If it wasn't, it might be alright, yeah? Oh, back to this game. Look at all these allies. Look at that board. What kind of toys has Killer Heart got here? He's gone all out here. Accelerator, trying to get some stealth. This is where the consistency of Prax Wagon, where you're basically allies plus meat wagon, falls down. Now, I would argue that is 100% aggressive, offensive, this is how I win deck, as opposed to not lose deck. If he complains about losing to this Moonstaller, then I would say, well, hey, if you're not going to put anything in to actually deal with such situations, then tough luck. Obviously, you put that in, you make yourself less consistent in your winning scenarios. If you're playing on quick match and you expect to lose 30% of your games to get 70% win rate, maybe this is enough. But in a tournament and one loss actually can kill you, then different matter. Here we go. I've got my guy. I will call him now. Wow, just voice. Let's see. See how this guy's doing. Hello?
Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can. Nice to meet you, King Bradley.
Okay, finally. Okay, now I am joining the Shadow Era, the game. Let's see.
Oh, you haven't actually clicked on it yet. I'm going to have to commentate until you catch up. Because I joined it about 5 minutes ago.
Okay.
So if there's long pauses, then we can chat. Otherwise, I'll try and keep up with what's going on. Because at the moment, the board is very full. Streets Ahead now has more allies than I can count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10. He's got 11 allies out now. He is trying to find that opening to kill off Moonstalker. The problem is that I don't believe he's got any cards in there that are tech cards. Really, it's either all allies or meat wagon. So to be able to kind of find an opening to do it, I don't know whether he will get the chance. Really.
Okay, I'm joining now.
Okay.
It's Killer versus Street Ahead.
Yeah, there you go. I see now. SL King Bradley is watching the game. Right.
Okay, nice.
Yeah, so you're going to see how it all came to this position. But I was just saying before you joined that when you run a deck like Praxis Meat Wagon, you are really just focusing on how will I win and not so much how will I not lose. And as a result, if you come up with it up against something like Moonstaller and you haven't put anything in to tackle that, I've lost him already. I've lost my board in. Bored everyone else because I'm just repeating myself anyway. Yeah, so that's that. But then you dilute the deck. And if anybody says, oh, Prax Wagon, that's too good, that's going to win World Championships, well, he's clearly got a weakness, which is that it depends so much on consistency that you can't put in some answers and stuff. So Streets has lost the first one. Remember, there is a third place match. Right, he's ringing me again. Let's try again. Hello again.
Sorry.
Yeah?
Yeah, this PC is not the best.
Oh, no. I know, I was just boring you. I thought you got bored. So I don't know if Streets Ahead does win the second one, if they bother playing it, then I think it will mostly be down to luck. So I reckon we should now hop into Theon versus Burnout 1985.
Well, Burnout is one of the best players in Shadow Era.
Okay.
Do you agree with this?
Okay, so he lost the first one to Theon, who's also great. But if we click on the next one that's in progress now, we'll all be in sync, right? So can you see that game? Yeah?
So I'm leaving this game, Street Ahead. So let's see, what's now is TM versus Burnout, right?
Yep, go to that one and
join right now.
Yeah, I just clicked on it myself, so I'll be slightly ahead of you, but not much. Oh, there you go, you've just joined. So let's see how it goes. So Killheart's probably going to win that and get to the finals. This one, though, will it be another Moonstalker that gets through? Burnout is amazing. He says that his job is a driver and he plays Shadow Era when he's not working. And he gets through like 500 or more games a month. And not only that, he gets amazing win rates. He almost qualified on a few different months, but he finally qualified for this in October. Coming second.
Moreover, as you can see, in QM, I always meet Burnout and see what he's playing, so sometimes just scout what he's doing.
Yeah.
He's winning with some unconventional decks. So
Really?
maybe decks that are not exactly what you define meta decks.
Yeah.
Sometimes using Bloodfang, sometimes using Elementalists, which are, of course, very strong decks, but not Tier 1 decks. So this season is also the first and second with his main account and alternative account.
Right.
So that's kind of amazing, you know.
Yes. Yeah, he's first with two different accounts. Yeah. If you play that much, you're going to learn a lot. Even if you did play the same deck all the time, you're going to see so many different ones.
Yeah.
But it sounds like actually plays a lot of different ones anyway, and he's just a great player. So
what do you think about this matchup?
This matchup.
So we're going to see.
Yeah, go on. What do you think?
This kind of control Zana against a classical Undead Moonstalker, and see, this is maybe the last iteration of Attachment Zana, which is of course really nice. We'll get quite a hit after the update, but right now it's one of the strongest deck in the meta. Together with your attachment, you know.
Yeah, I totally agree, because you can pull out those hero attachments that otherwise would be a bit harder to get hold of.
Well, the point is also that you can out-trade your opponent. You can draw a lot of cards. You have Tidal Waves. You have Zillion. You can basically cripple down your opponent.
Yeah.
And that's something that's a great thing in my opinion. And the only thing in this matchup is that Burnout is just going to recover with his 3/4. You know, the Cryptman Tormentor just comes into hand. So, but Zana has a way out of this. You can just bet Zana and then Tidal Wave. So those 3/4 just not go into his hand, but just go in the graveyard.
Yeah, there's that. Or Zails him or banish it as well.
Yeah, banish as well. I don't know if this plays banish. Maybe, because we see a Book of Curses. So Burnout, yeah, going for Garden of Nexus and then Face maybe.
Right, and currently, so there's just another Tidal Waves happened. You probably haven't seen it quite just yet. The board's empty now, apart from a Book of Curses. Devoted Knight comes down. For an Axio gets played. Little engine there. Gets played for free and draws a card thanks to Confluence. Which I think Confluence was the card that got fetched with General of Anaxio.
Yeah.
So it is going to get hurt a little, well, twice over, I expect, in 3.16, because you can't fetch Confluence, and Confluence costs more. I think the deck will still be around, but obviously it will be hurt slightly.
So the fact is that since this build runs normally 60 cards, and of course you have 4 Confluence of Fate, even if Confluence of Fate costed 3, the deck becomes inconsistent because you can't fetch Confluence of Fate with the General of Anaxio. So maybe the deck is taking a good hit from this update. So we're not going to see those attachment decks, which are not fun to play against. So it basically is something like a Millstalker, but just plays a different strategy to stall out your opponent, because that's what they do. They just stall you till you run out of resources and then kill you because they have 60 cards and you have 40.
Yeah.
That's the point of this deck.
Yes. I mean, some of the changes in 3.16 were targeted at making fat decks less viable. I'll be honest. Yeah. Confluence made fat decks more viable, as did General, because you can rely on finding your hero attachments. You don't even need 4 of them, do you, really? You play the ones that come up, and the ones that don't come up, you can fetch it with General, and you can recycle General in various ways as well sometimes. So, yeah, fat decks. If you just win just because your deck was bigger, then that is kind of sad. It's inevitable, and that I didn't really like that. But it's nice in a way to see fat decks winning, because originally everyone was like, if you're not 40 cards, you're going to lose. Now we've proved that wrong, I suppose, by adding cards that made fat decks better, but actually I'm not a huge fan of going so big, really, and winning because of that. And when I start a new season and I'm low ranked, you end up meeting new players with like 80, 90 cards, and they will just outlast you if they put enough of the right stuff in, and that's kind of sad. You've come in with 40 cards and they just outlast you and win because of that. I didn't really like it, so we're trying to move a little bit away from that.
Yeah, I think that's a very nice idea, in my opinion. And even though Confluence of Fate will always be a something, for example, in Vest decks will still be something with the Confluence of Fate, and I think that's a nice point, because Vest doesn't like to play Fat. Only some iteration of Vest like to play Fat, but not the decks we are going to watch out for. Indeed. That's the point.
No, I mean, Confluence on its own without General will just show up anyway, just slightly later.
Yeah.
Currently, if you get it down on turn 3, you can really get rolling quite well, can't you? You get a card for Confluence, and on the next turn you're going to get a card, possibly more, because you've played an attachment. And so early on you've got quite an oomph. Whereas if it costs 4, then there's a period where you haven't got that many cards to choose from, because you haven't yet got the engine rolling. I would prefer if it was a more later game card, really.
Yeah. So let's see.
Yeah.
Wow, that's a Legend Rise. It really turns the game.
Yeah. That's a good card from Dark Prophecies, that one.
Yeah, of course. When playing attachment deck, you have to watch
out for Overwhelm. Overwhelm just hit. Did that happen on your screen as well?
Well, let's see. Nope.
No. Oh, I've spoiled it for you. Yeah, Xana's on 2 health. We will start the game at the same time next time.
That was a really huge top deck, in my opinion. Oh, Xana is now down to 1.
Yeah, there's a story behind Overwhelm. We had to junk another card for some reason, and I just invented Overwhelm. I think I invented it in like 5 minutes. It's become quite a heavily used card, isn't it? And I just came up with it.
There are some decks that like to abuse Overwhelm. Sometimes Moonstalker, even not all the iteration of Undead Moonstalker like to use Overwhelm. And of course, the biggest use of Overwhelm you can see in Tala, because Tala needs to interact with something like Moonstalker and other stuff that can protect his allies, and Tala obviously cannot interact with the stealth, and the only way you can do it consistently is by playing the Overwhelm. Of course, you can protect your allies under very resilient allies, and that's quite a point when playing the Overwhelm in Tala. Some play a couple, some play 3, even 4 Overwhelms, and that's a very nice card, indeed. So let's see here, Xana is playing a lot of attachment. I'm gonna recover a lot from this. If Burnout doesn't pull off an Overwhelm here, he might lose. I think he played 3 Overwhelms, right?
I wasn't counting. Obviously, we've seen the 1. I guess you've seen the 2. I think we've seen a few tidal waves now.
Yeah, we've seen a couple of tidal waves, maybe.
So, Devoted Knight, if this guy isn't healed now, all that's going to be needed is
that's like a tidal wave, right?
Yeah, so if Burnout can just find a weapon. I don't know if he's got weapons in this Undead.
I don't know if the Undead decks like to use weapons only if they have the card that lets your Undead that gets your Undead from the graveyard. so you can basically pull off an Aced Undead.
Oh, right.
Uh,
Necromancer's Shroud, you mean?
yeah,
Yeah. So he's played a DMT that's hit Xana for 1, but Xana can heal now, back up to 4. There's scary stuff on the board right there. So Tidal Wave again, but those Crypt Spawns are going to go back to hand.
yeah. But I think that in the next turns we're gonna see definitely Burnout losing, because Xana can heal, and moreover, Xana has a way to damage Burnout, except the going for the stealth, because of course you can see
Yeah.
that Burnout is losing 1 health every time that that's displayed.
A lot of attachments have just come out as well, like 3 attachments. No, 4 attachments.
Yeah.
That's just done 4 damage, so...
And moreover, if the creature dies, attachments are going to Angor into Xana's deck.
Back in, yeah, because he's run out of cards
because
now.
of Divine Connection.
Crypt Spawn hops down. So it would be, yes, stealth definitely required.
Yeah,
but then how many booms? So the Mystic has just been killed, and all of the attachments have gone in.
Yeah.
But
so
yeah, this is a real close game. I like this. I like this a lot. Could go either way. If the 50 card minimum comes in officially for all games, then maybe this is where, you know, you might then find room for a weapon just for a surprise factor rather than try to be super consistent. I feel like 40 cards you can go super consistent, not leave any room for any kind of variation. That's what I like about possibly going to 50, that you'll just see a bit more variety in these decks. I think it's harder to super tune for 50. We'll see less copied decks and more kind of variation and surprise. That will be the hope. If 50 card did become like the standard. It's out of nowhere now. If he played that a weapon, done 2 damage, it would all be over.
We're over. Yeah, Burnout wins.
Burnout's got him. He survived.
That's a very close game in my opinion. Yeah.
Super close. And I can't remember. I think Theon won the first one, so that's 1-1.
So we're gonna see the last game.
Yeah, we've got to watch the decider of these two. Yeah. And then we could probably hop into the remainder of the Moonstaller. Sorry, I keep calling it Millstalker. That's wrong. Moonstaller. It's a stall deck. It's not a mill deck.
Yeah.
But in a way, it's Millstalker because it's mill versus Stalker because it's Streets Ahead as a mill deck. Well, not fully mill. I mean, he's milling because he's discarding cards off the top, but I don't think he's trying to win through mill. It's like a super aggro deck, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's all allies.
Yeah, it's not. I've seen a game with Killars before.
Yeah.
Before these ones, and yeah, you can see that that's not a real mill stalker, because the point of the deck is not just milling, just destroying all your resources because he has more cards. That's the point we were talking about minutes ago. So it probably doesn't play even the all of his lost.
No. That's no. I was just saying because it was Praxix. Praxix was against him. Praxix, you say, is mill, but not necessarily mill win con. Certainly not Streets Ahead. He was milling, but it's more for the ability damage, isn't it? Also, it's a way to, if the wrong card's on top for Meat Wagon. Okay, so we can jump into this game now. It's come up. Burnout versus Theon, yeah. I've clicked on it just now.
Nice. Me too.
Yep, so we should be in sync now. The cards are just going into their hands.
Yeah, me too, I'm seeing this.
Okay, so... And who's randomly started? It was Burnout. Somebody needs to buy Burnout a playmat. Poor guy. And some sleeves. I'll send him some shadow crystals. Because he's got to advertise.
This card of Confluence of Fate might come in. Might be a thing.
Oh, Confluence of Fate.
First, Confluence of Fate discard. If Theon doesn't have a Confluence of Fate in his hand, that might be crucial.
Well, I think he grabbed it last time though, turn 5 with the general, or maybe it was turn 6.
Yeah, I think it was turn 5 because it already had an ally on the board, if I remember well. So General of Anaxio currently comes into play at turn 5 if you have another Templar on the board.
Yeah.
So let's see what's gonna happen. If he doesn't drop a Confluence of Fate, that's gonna be bad, really. Or maybe a creature drop, a 3-drop.
Okay, Focus Prayer gets rid of that beacon. Okay, that's
a good play indeed. So trying to cripple down the Moonstalker, also because Zana runs Confluence of Fate, so he's the only one that's gonna.
Another beacon pops out instead.
Yeah, another beacon. That means the burnout is basically one beacon away. So one beacon is on the graveyard, and that's gonna be a huge advantage for TM, in my opinion.
Right, so many different sources of draw for this Zana, like Spirit Devotion.
Yeah.
It's got a Glass Chalice as well.
Yeah, I think there are 3 or maybe 4 different draw engines here. So probably she runs Bad Zana, I don't know. But yeah, usually you can see Zana playing and turn to a Bad Zana when going first, because you want to dig for the Confluence of Fate, because it's so important in this deck, Confluence of Fate. You just outrun your opponent with card advantage.
It will be interesting to see then if Zana can win without that early Confluence then.
Yeah. Enchants of Ornament, so we're going to see a Confluence of Fate, of course. Yeah. That's a start.
Confluence is another card that got designed in about 5 minutes. We had to junk something else, and I come up with Confluence. Maybe if it had been designed with more thought and not so last minute, it wouldn't have needed to be revised so much on live.
Confluence of Fate, I just faced all the Confluence of Fate changes. First, it cost 2 and was and some kind of
sustain,
sustain, 1 HP each turn, if I remember well.
Yeah.
Then it costed 3, and then now it's gonna cost 4.
Yeah, I think
so. 3 updates.
So if it had come out originally, and I'd have thought more carefully about what kind of impact I wanted it to have, then I think probably the cost that it's going to be at now, 4, would be the right one. Because I wouldn't want to fuel an aggro deck, which it ended up doing both. Well, certainly it cost 2, it did. What I want is, if you're playing an attachment deck, and obviously attachments, usually you need an attachment plus something else, you're going to start running out. So the idea was more to carry you through from mid-game to late game, so that's where a cost of 4 will fit in better. I know some people enjoyed the attachment lance, but it was just too fast, really. Draw that early in the game is just, we've got aggro already, we didn't really need to add any more. So I learned my lesson anyway from that card, but the intention was there to make attachments inherently, because they're inherently conditional, because you need something to put them on unless they're hero attachments, and they can be inefficient because if you invest attachments on things and then the thing gets blown up, then your opponent gets a 2 for 1 or 3 for 1 or so on.
Yeah, that's the point. Of course, if you play attachment and those attachments are really not affecting the board in some way, you're gonna take maybe too much damage from aggro decks. So playing Confluence of Fate and playing some sort of attachment reducement like Zana has can allow you both to draw and then to interact with the board, of course. So basically right now, what Zana is doing is just playing draw, playing creators at the same time. That's the point.
Yeah. So it's doing its job, so that's good. Although it'll cost 4 eventually. Well, so possibly tomorrow. I think 3.16 might be out tomorrow.
Yeah, I heard this not. I was waiting for that update, indeed. Because I'm tired too of the big fat attachment decks like Victor, which are really, really, really bad to deal with. Because they simply outrun you. That's not a complex strategy behind.
No. I guess we should go back to this now. So Xana's been hit pretty hard and Moonstalker's just stealth. That board looks scary. I would predict a tidal wave now.
So yeah,
Hold
if
on to
Zana
one.
has the tidal wave actually, because
Yeah. Okay. Chalice might try digging for one.
so probably that's not the tidal wave in his hand. So currently on the board we have 3, 5, 7, 9. We have 9 damage.
Yeah.
And that's a lot to deal with, of course.
Divine Connection isn't going to help that much.
Yeah. So we'll maybe see
Devoted Knight and a Strength of Conviction. Right, so he's going to get hit for 9, but she's just healed 3. So if Moonstalker can find some other kind of boost, I don't think he runs boosts, so does he?
No, he can just,
Overwhelm. There we go.
Overwhelm.
Overwhelm, still 1 off though. 1 off the win.
Yeah, I thought he could play a 3-drop and just Overwhelm for the win at that point. So just 1 for the win. Maybe he's going for the attack at this point. But no. Just
Not
going
risking
after the Justicar.
That's interesting, I suppose. Could have gone for Xana. She can heal up 3. So you could tidal wave your board next. Possibly turn it all around. Maybe he's so invested in the board he doesn't want to risk losing it.
Yeah.
So he's taking out that ally first just in case. Because actually, if enough attachments come down and Justicar's on the board, you're going to see a lot of damage, aren't you, from Incense.
So the point is, we've seen Xana not playing a tidal wave. So basically, either she top decks for now or just plays the Glass Calice of Knowing. So she doesn't have enough Shadow Energy to heal.
No. Bad Santa might help. Bad Santa's just been played. Will Overwhelm for the win, asks Otto. Theom says GG. GG to who?
Probably he didn't find it all way.
Conceding then, I guess, to it. Well, you were saying that Burnout's possibly the top player in Shadow Era at the moment.
Yeah, of course.
Certainly top person that plays the most, and he's done really well the past 4 seasons, just on rating as well.
Yeah, of course. He was also always on the top 10, in the top 100 players. Maybe, well, not top 100, maybe top 20. That's the point. He's a really, really amazing player. I've played Burnout a lot of times, maybe when I was laddering, and also this season, I met him at least 4 times.
Right, and usually the decks vary.
Yeah, of course, and he always plays. Well, he just plays in batch games. So, for example, he plays for 2 days a deck, and then switches deck for the next day. So yeah, let's see. Yeah, this is another win for Burnout. Well played, in my opinion. Yeah. This is a very nice iteration of.
Done well. A1 versus A1 now.
Yeah, very nice indeed.
Well done to Burnout, our first finalist. We could hop into that other game now if it's still Killheart. No, it looks like Killheart's just won it. Killheart won both. So there is a second. Okay, GG. Yeah, I've just got to type in Telegram. I guess we should watch the final, shouldn't we, really? Burnout. Yeah. Oh, wait. This is going to be Moonstalker versus Moonstalker.
Yes.
The Moonstaller deck versus... let's think. What's Burnout got? He's got Overwhelm, which can hurt the board. He's got DMT. He's got Crypt Spawn, which bounces to his hand when it's killed. He's got... Harbinger, which can throw stuff off the top of the deck, which might be useful to Moonstaller.
Did we see Corpse Shifter? I think
Corpse Shifter. I think he has got that. Yeah.
He has got. Well, that's a really nice card against Moonstalker. That's because you're just simply gonna hit in the face, just ignoring the stealth, of course, and that's 3 damage basically. So the point is, in my opinion, in this matchup, if Mailstalker is not gonna play a Lone Wolf in the early turns, nor a Heavily Ascendant, Burnout might have a good edge in this matchup, in my opinion. Because, of course, the point is that Mailstalker plays a very fat deck, like 60, I don't remember if it was 60 or 70 cards deck. So, of course, it's not easy to find your answer in the early turns when you're going to develop your draw engines first.
Yeah, yeah.
And the point is that you can draw a Lone Wolf quite a bit late, right? And that's going to be huge in this matchup, in my opinion.
Also, if he gets those draw engines down, then those engines are going to really help Burnout. With Bazarak and Loom, Burnout's going to be churning out allies so fast. If she can find where it's going to force, I think, Killer Heart to use up his stealth earlier than he probably normally want to. Normally, he would try and get his board ready and then maybe stealth for multiple turns in a row. Whereas Burnout's going to be able to get so many threats out quickly, you might have to stealth sooner.
Yeah, of course.
And healing 2 each turn isn't that useful. Fury and Terror, though, will probably show up quite a bit and, wipe out some of those allies. But Burnout's got Grave Resistance.
It's got Grave Resistance?
Yeah, I think it was Burnout that had it. So
I didn't see Burnout playing Grave Resistance in those.
Might have been the first round matches against Otto.
Oh, yeah. Of course, I didn't see that match. But if he's playing Grave Resistance, that Grave Resistance is basically at 3 turns, no damage for your undeads against the Fury and Terror and the Evil Ascendant.
Yeah.
That's gonna put a lot of work. That just Burnout allies are more sticky than usual. And if you can get a ton of allies on the board very quickly and force Killer Heart to stealth, you can just go for the double overwhelm for the win, in my opinion.
Right. So if we classify this Burnout deck as aggro, I mean, I think it's started now. Should we click on it at the same time?
Yeah, I already clicked.
Oh, have you? Okay, yeah. So because of all the draw engines, I think Burnout's going to be able to go super aggro. And I think we'd have to classify the Moonstall deck as control. Well, traditionally, aggro should beat control, so Burnout should be able to take it. It depends how fast he can go compared to this very slow deck.
Yeah, that's the point.
But maybe sometimes this Burnout deck plays more like a mid-range one without so much draw, and then you would expect the control to beat it. So it'll be interesting to see which way it goes. If there's a lot of draw engines out, then Killer Heart could get in trouble. But it looks like from the start he hasn't played a draw engine turn 1 or 2.
Yeah. So that's
it could go either way.
And here comes the Grave Resistance. So Burnout allies are more resilient for now.
Yeah, well, they'll still die to Now You're Mine, but yeah, they won't take anything from that Evil Ascendant. So it's already done some value, really, there.
So let's see what Killer Heart is going to do right now.
Yeah.
So even a bad Santa at this point might actually help Burnout a lot in his board development.
Right.
The Enter script not helping.
Yeah.
Probably we're going to see a Fury and Terror plus Stealth the following turn, in my opinion. So that's because Killer has to react to this. And the only way at this point he can do is just either play a ton of Nevermind or then play a Fury and Terror and Stealth. But we are in the position where, of course, Killer doesn't want to stealth. Of course.
No, he doesn't want to use it up this.
It's too early. It's way too early to stealth, indeed. So yeah, it's kind of bad Santa, but that's going to help Burnout a lot.
Bizarre.
Oh, okay. He's just developing his draw engine, which is of course really important for Moonstalker, because even if you curve out perfectly without draw engine, you're not going to take advantage of your huge deck.
Right, so major damage coming now.
Yeah, of course. And probably we're going to see more creatures and more damage coming out from that Corpse Shifter and that Mage Thaddeus, and then I probably expect a overwhelm win out of this matchup.
Could be. So Crescendo.
Yeah, that's also a point. But if Killer doesn't put on the board something to stop Corpse Shifter or that Mage Thaddeus, that's gonna be a game in my opinion.
Right, because you've got Overwhelm, you've got ways to chuck allies at him, DMT
yeah,
and
5 damage a turn, so you can't wait for the Crescendo to break.
Right, so he's put the Death Collector in there. He's yeah, I don't know if he's got ways to get rid of. Yeah, an Overwhelm will do 5 damage next turn. Furion Terror though now will kill off 1 ally. Oh, Lone Wolf.
Oh yeah, Lone Wolf pretty bad, pretty late in my opinion. So if we see an Overwhelmer now, it's game. A very fast game in my opinion.
Overwhelm, Corpse Shifter, and DMT.
That's probably an
Overwhelm
because we already seen
got him already. See,
20 cards.
So Moon, somebody said on the chat, Millstalker always wins. Oh really? Because it didn't win this one. Basically, it played out as we said, didn't it? As soon as that draw came out, it supercharged the other Millstalker. Moonstalker. Yeah. Millstalker.
Yeah, it's quite confusing, you know.
Yeah.
Because playing the same name with different exceptions.
So there we go. So that was the first one.
Very fast game.
Very fast. I think the draw decided it. But I suppose without the draw, how's Killer Heart going to get set up? He needs to find his different pieces, doesn't he?
Yeah.
So maybe that kind of Moonstaller deck might evolve into more of one that uses unilateral draw rather than bilateral draw eventually. Cards like Blood Moon will do it. But when you're relying on bilateral draw, then there's a risk that you're going to boost the other deck just too much. That's what happened in that game.
That's the point when you're playing those kind of decks. So you also run into this possibility. Yeah, I think that's a nice weak point indeed, because otherwise this deck was basically unbeatable, if you think about that.
Yeah. When you need to rely on bilateral draw, it's saying, I'm getting draw for me, but I'm also getting some for you, and that's what keeps it fair. Yeah, there's the downside of the draw that you're getting. Yeah, I don't really know how he could have won that one. The allies just came out so quick. But even if it wasn't that Moonstalker with all those allies, a lot of other decks tend to play 2cc, 3cc kind of allies. So that they could have put pressure on just as much. Like maybe even Otto's deck, that had quite a lot of allies. What did it have? We didn't see the game, but it had Spirit Warden, Aldon, Leorian Seductress, Blade Dancer, that kind of thing. So he would have come pretty quick out of the gate as well.
So kind of standard human aggro deck, aggro mid range deck.
You can't stand it, or you saying the deck couldn't beat it. I didn't know whether you were expressing personal preference or whether you were saying Moonstaller can't handle it.
Well, Moonstaller can. The point is that when playing a deck with humans, except you're not going to see a overwhelm or direct damage. So the fact that Burnout is playing a deck that has the possibility to break in with a ton of damage, ton of ability damage, that's a key point in this matchup, because stealth, it doesn't care of stealth.
Yeah.
We saw that even if Imagine Killer had 100 shadow energy, that was not the point of the ultimate match. So Killer would have lost in any case.
Yeah.
Because Burnout had 5 ability damage per turn. plus the possible overwhelm. So overwhelm was basically granted because if the deck is 40 cards and you play 2 overwhelm, on average you're going to draw 1 overwhelm in 20 cards. So that was basically an obvious play for Burnout coming with.
Yeah, humans do not have that much. Oh, they're up
Yeah.
now. It's there. Right.
So the game has started. You can join.
Ability damage for humans is rather limited.
Yeah.
Probably maybe like Templar Threbbin or something has a reasonable amount. Or the Sicilo decks we don't really see much of anymore. They had a lot with Sabrine and Moment.
Yeah.
They weren't damage to the
is-
face though, were they? They were damage to
fact.
allies.
That's the point. The fact that the damage coming from undeads is ability damage also that can go to player, but of course it has a cost. So if you play for the 3 damage for the corpse shifter, you're discarding an ally. This might come against you. This is a double-edged sword. But if you're playing against a deck like BP Killar's one, which is going to refill your hand pretty quick, that's going to be a nice play to go against. So we're going to see probably Burnout, playing for the aggro side, of course. We see an overwhelm in the discard, so that's kind of concerning for Burnout. I think overwhelm is a key card in this matchup.
Right.
So Evanescent, that's a very nice curve out for BP Killer. Turn 1, turn 2, and then turn 3.
Yeah. It's going to be giving out a lot of draw there. I'll be interested to see if he fires off that stealth early, because last time he didn't, and he took so much damage that put him close. Because the lone wolf came down.
Even if you start early, what you're going to do in the next turns? Because of course Shadow Energy is not endless.
Yeah.
That was nice.
You can't do 2 in a row now. Yeah, that was alright. But next turn he could do 2 in a row. But stealthing doesn't clear the board, and there's overwhelm, as you said.
Yeah, of course. And also, Burnout can just play the Grave Resistance. So the next 2 turns, Burnout is gonna stick his allies on the board, and here we go, Grave Resistance.
We hard to get rid of.
And we are already at 14 for VPKLR, so he has to react somehow.
So if this Moonstaller was facing, say, Human Mage Rush, surely he'd perish to that as well.
Yeah, of course. So the point is that, of course, depends on how the Moonstaller is built. Because I saw Moonstaller winning against mages sometimes, but that's a favorable matchup. So the mage is gonna win 80%, 90% of the times.
Yeah. Otto has something he calls Slim Stalker, which is a Moonstaller, but I think it's like 40 cards or something.
It's really nice.
And that one probably can cope against an aggro one. You can find all your pieces a bit faster.
And also has plays with the Shadow Knight.
Shadow Knight loop.
I already faced that deck in a tournament, and I remember I lost against. I was playing Amber Rain, if I remember well. The stealth crippled me hard.
Yeah. Well, the new Amber starter deck that I built, I kept on when I was testing it, kept coming up against Moonstalker on Quick Match. So I put in a couple of special delivery, a couple of shield bash, just to help her out a bit. Special delivery for the win is so funny.
Also, did you think about Desperate Tactics?
Well, these starter decks are Call of the Crystals only, so otherwise, it would have gone in there.
Yeah, of course. And
5 damage, no.
Yeah, that's 5 damage off.
Overwhelm will do it.
Well, that's true overwhelm.
Oh, not with full moon around. Yeah. And rain delay. Okay.
Rain delay. So he's doing this because for 2 reasons. First, he wants to empty his hand so he can draw as much as possible from the Betsana and the Loom of Fate.
Good call.
And second, he fears that might want to see a Rapacious Vermin.
Yeah.
Killheart saying he lost again. So well, but that was an unfavorable matchup indeed.
I don't think he
Nothing to
has
say
quite
about that.
lost yet. I mean, see stealth now. He can't get at him.
Well, nothing to do here, in my opinion.
It's such a big board, and he hasn't got a way to wipe it.
No, Lone Wolf is too late. The only way to win there is by the crescendo pop.
And there's 5 damage on the board, isn't there? There's the DMT and the corpse shifter.
Yeah, it's 5 damage.
Stealth will not cut it. Well, I mean, it's nice to see allegedly the unbeatable Moonstaller deck that it's unfair to play because it's just so good. Losing, because that backs up my claim that it's not so great, and if people actually played it more, you would see that. But because you ban it all the time, then we don't see the proof. You don't learn the ways through it and so on. And in some ways, I'd say a control deck like that, without that existing, imbalances the rest of the meta. You need a control deck to balance out some of the other things. So, because control's meant to beat mid-range. So, if there weren't any viable control-y decks, everything would be mid-range.
Oh, we see another overrun. So it's 3 overruns in Burnout
Boom.
deck.
So there, that's the win.
Yeah, that's very nice indeed for Burnout.
So Burnout,
very nice build indeed.
I think, don't want to diss any other players, but as you were saying, Burnout is such a great player that I think he's a worthy winner. Okay, there might have been some others that would have been worthy, but that's a good worthy winner there. He's taken down a Moonstaller. He's taken down, I can't remember what else he played. That Xana, that Confluence of Fate, Xana that says allegedly broken. And the thing about that deck is I don't think it's going to be hurt by any of the balance changes. That Undead MS.
No, of course. But the fact is that Undead is not unbeatable, indeed.
No, it's been around for ages, yeah.
There are some cards that actually break Undeads, and one of the most deck concepts that break Undeads is the Rush Mage. So if you play Rush Mage, well, most likely you're going to win against Undead, because most of the Undeads have 4 health. So even if you're playing Grave Resistance, Supernova is still going to wipe your board. And Burns just goes off your stealth, so there's no point in defending yourself. You just can't do it. So that's the point.
Hey, so Killerheart wants to get in on the chat. Should we add him for a chat? See if he wants to co-commentate. He's on Skype with me. I'll just add him on. See if it works. Just calling him now. Still calling him.
Yeah?
Yeah, it's just ringing now. I think he's on. Hello, Killerheart.
Hello, Killerheart.
Hello, guys.
Hello.
So how you been doing, guys?
Yeah, all right. Your Moonstaller got crushed.
Yeah, but it did the job. It got me qualified, so yeah, I'm happy.
Yeah, he got you through. Yeah, congratulations on making it to the grand finals in 2 weeks, 3 weeks. When is it?
Thanks.
10th of... Oh, is it 4 weeks? Losing track. Next week is Pro Tour. The following week is Regionals. The following week is Wild Card. The following week is Grand Finals. 4 weeks.
Yeah.
4 weeks from now. So do you want to join us watching this 3rd place match?
Yeah, sure.
So Streets Ahead is just one game won. So they're going to start the next one soon. So now that we've seen Moonstaller lose against that deck, which other decks does it have a weakness against, in your opinion?
Moonstalker usually gets down the Rush Mages because it can basically stealth. And there are not many good Rush Mages around since the Remia nerf. And before that, Remia was pretty good and had a good chance to beat the Moonstaller.
Right.
So there are 2 decks actually that I think can beat them. First is the Hunter decks, because they got the -2 from the Hunter's Gambit,
Yeah.
and Bane +2, -2 and -2 is 4, so that takes out most of his status allies.
Yeah.
So yeah, Painbow got a good chance, and I think Victor can now handle since the Victor I use has 4 retreats,
Right.
Seduct Presses, and his ability.
Yeah, but your Moonstaller though didn't really have many allies, did it? You had Tiger Wolf and Furion Terror, and that was it, wasn't it?
Yeah, because I didn't usually use my allies to deal damage to the face, and basically when their decks run out, that's where my major source of damage
Yeah.
comes from. Or the other player gets frustrated and rage quit.
Yes, very nice. So this Streets Ahead Theon game's up now. So if we all click on it at the same time, if you haven't already, then if we all click on it now, we'll all be in sync. So I've just clicked on it, and
So I'm already in game, and we're already at turn 3 here.
oh right, you skipped ahead while he was telling us the hidden weaknesses of Moonstaller.
So we're gonna see, this is like basically a meat wagon Praxis, and it's quite good against Dana, of course, because with a couple of allies on the board, you can just deal a ton of damage each turn.
Yeah, this Xana though can go quite fast. If we called it mid range, we'd expect the mid range to beat the aggro, because it will transition from the case of the aggro getting all the damage to bigger allies from Xana. Although she doesn't run that many big allies, does she? It's mostly 3 cost.
The point is that Praxis has a lot of sources of damage sources, indeed. So, but from the ability and then from the I remember the 5 cost card that gives 4+4+4 is a very
Exaltation.
Yeah, Exaltation.
Yeah, I don't think that's in this. I've not seen it. I think this is all allies apart from Meatwagon.
Exaltation, but it might actually be. So I expect Exaltation to come out in this matchup.
All right, if it's in there.
I don't think there will be an Exaltation because I have never seen it discarded. So
right.
Low.
Yeah, probably. Which is just an hypothesis because I didn't see these Streets Ahead gameplay, so I don't know if it's running or not. But we see Eternal Troll, which is very sticky allies. It might give some problems to Xana. What do you think?
Well, I don't think so.
You don't think so? Right. Well, he can get neutralized, but ultimately he'll probably get wiped by a tidal wave and then come back after he's been neutralized. So I think he'll do some damage.
Yeah, but 2 damage isn't that much against Xana because she can heal very fast.
No, but when Meatwagon's out, it'll be 3 damage. So
yeah,
eventually that'll show up. But will it immediately get focus prep?
That's what the ways in the graveyard.
Whoa, look at that.
That's a lot of damage. I don't know. I'm at turn 5 actually, and Xana is really low.
I'm at turn 4. Xana's on 14. Make that 11.
Yeah.
So this is aggro in action, really. And Xana's been a bit too slow to neutralize it. So it's kind of played out more like a late game kind of deck, which is just too slow. She's now on 4 health.
Well,
if she can't clear the board, it's GG. If she can clear the board.
So I don't know. I don't think so. If maybe the point is that we see a tidal wave in the graveyard, and then it is just basically at 10 health with the.
Okay, so Holy Shield.
Here comes the Holy Shield, but that's not gonna help much.
I know Vermin's in here. Yeah, Vermin could pop that and boom, dead.
Yeah. But let's see what happens now.
Yeah, let's see. But this deck has just been
a Vermin though.
Too fast.
Yeah, it's discarded a Vermin. 1 Vermin discarded. So let's see if he puts another one. That's gonna GG. It's it's 6 damage actually.
Yeah, only 6.
He needs a Vermin plus a Rampant Krygon.
Well, Krygon comes right. So there's
Robbie's Vermin here.
Yeah.
That's scary.
Krygon won't work. I'm not sure what else can come out to do that extra damage.
I think only Krygan does some damage.
But that's certainly cut through there. Feasterling.
That's one damage off. I think, in my opinion, Streets Ahead is overextended with that.
Yeah, I wouldn't have put down the Feasterling then. That's a bit strange because they're going to be wiped. Or you've won anyway.
That's the wave coming out.
Heals herself. There we go. So that was a wasted card. It's not like you need to play that to try and encourage a Tidal Wave. Without Tidal Wave, she's lost anyway. So, yeah, that was kind of a waste of a card.
Yeah, I agree with that. But also, the point is that Praxis is 2 Shadow Energy away from his ability, and that with that Shadow Energy, you can actually do 4 damage to Xana.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that troll now has stuck around.
Yeah. Let's see if she can heal now. That would be good. Oh, nice.
Well, this other way doesn't help. Maybe because he wants to put a 3-drop action.
Yep.
But that 3-drop, the point is that 3-drop must stop the Eternal Troll.
Yeah.
It's too many targets, in my opinion, to do something at this point.
Yeah.
So Streets Ahead just need to do something, put a couple of creatures in the board, and it's GG, in my opinion.
Brimstone. Has he got a 2-drop here? If not, it could have been a Feasterling.
Yeah, could have been that Firstling, actually. And that's 3-sided wave in the graveyard. So I don't think Theom is gonna pull off the 4th Tidal Wave. So he played 2. One was discarded from the Praxis. Then the 4th Tidal Wave, out of 30 cards, it's very unlikely to come in.
So Streets has probably got
it. The ball now with some King's Pride or something.
King's Pride will help.
Might help if Praxis doesn't pull off.
Another Tidal Wave.
4th Tidal Wave.
Still, so now he's kind of relying on. What's he got left with this 5?
But that's the 4th Tidal Wave, actually.
Yeah.
Oh, because the first one got discarded, didn't it?
Yeah.
Has he really just played 4 Tidal Waves and he's found them all in the top half of his deck without any kind of Glass Chalice until just now? That's pretty lucky.
She can't heal now.
Holy Shield maybe now? Because without it... Oh, Zelsin.
I don't know if he has another Holy Shield, because this build of Xana typically plays only 1 or at most 2 Holy Shields.
Right.
And a Holy Shield doesn't go on the bottom of your deck if you're going to attach it to your gear.
Oh, that was 1.
Only 1 damage.
Only 1. That's kind of unlikely
That's
to only be
incredible.
1. 2 Meat Wagons got ditched. And no allies on the Xana side, so Xana got pretty lucky there, I'd say.
Yeah, that's really, really unlikely to happen, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Theom got a bit of luck there. And this is fighting for a place in the World Championship Grand Finals. There's a big deal. And I can't remember who won the first one. Was it Streets?
Oh, wow, another Holy Shield.
Just gonna look up.
Xana is running out of options.
Yeah,
Wow,
Streets won the first one, so Theom is clinging on for dear life here now. But dead. Thanks to Vermin.
Rampant Dragon also?
Oh, no. Sorry. Yeah, there's Krygon.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a Rampant Dragon, of course.
Thanks to Krygon, the card that got nerfed too much. Boom! Streets got through. And I'm kind of glad for him, just because he's worked so hard and over so many months to try and get through. He scraped through in 3rd place. Theom, who's come out of nowhere. Theom, where has Theom come from? He played really well last month. Not seen him since. He'll probably creep through in a regional or a wild card.
Well, it's nice to see the old players winning. I don't know why. I don't.
Praxwagon fights his way through. Okay, so GG guys. Hope you can do a regional wild card.
Street Size usually comes out with new decks every then and now because last World Championship he also used a different Moonstalker.
Right.
Yeah.
Who did?
Yeah.
Who was using a different Moonstalker?
It was Street Side in the last World Championship.
Oh, right. Not a wagon. Not a Prax wagon. Right. Okay. I wonder whether he'd bring... Would he bring Prax wagon again, knowing that there's just no room in it for answers apart from Vermin? That's the only real kind of, like, answer card in there.
Yep.
Come up against something you can't get rid of and you're screwed. And when it's like a best of 3, you might hope to find that key card over 3 games. Whereas if the key card's not even in there, that key answer card, then you're not going to see it at all. So that's interesting. And as of tomorrow, I think it's tomorrow, 3.16 is out, and we can start trying out 50 card minimum, mulligans, and chess clock. You know, in your custom games, custom tournaments. So
No.
Yeah, that's very interesting to test. Also mulligans. I think mulligans come in hand to a lot of decks, in my opinion. So with the nerf of Confluence of Fate, that might come in really important. The mulligan actually, mulligan mechanic, and not only in Shadowera but also in different games I've played, actually helps control decks to set up, because Archer decks, if they have a decent curve, can actually curve out even if with a not such a bad hand. For example, with 4 2-drops, with 8 2-drops, 9 3-drops, and so on, you can actually pretty much guaranteed to curve out. When a control deck wants to play more cards to have more answers, and might actually benefit more from the mulligan rather than some kind of Archer decks.
Yeah, I agree, because sometimes you draw cards that have all 7 or 8 turns or even 5 turns, and you can't do anything with that except stack it. So mulligans will be pretty good to test out.
Yeah.
excellent. Well, do you want to join me next week commentating on the Pro Tour, Mr. Bradley?
Well,
Mr. King Bradley, are you free?
Yeah. I might be free. You can actually PM me a couple of days before.
Okay.
So I might get at least if you tell me a couple of days before, I can actually organize myself to join you.
Right.
Because
Excellent.
I really like joining, commentating those kind of events, because I can stream myself, because here in Italy the connection is not enough strong to support the streaming. But I can, of course, join other people's streaming, and that's very important for me. Yeah, I really like these events, so I'd really be glad to join you for streaming.
Excellent.
In the next
week.
I
didn't know which country you're in. Italy. That's cool. Excellent.
Yeah, I'm Italian, actually.
Yeah. All right. Well, in that case, arrivederci, my friend. Don't know if I pronounced that right, but arrivederci. I'll see you next time. Killer Heart. Well done for getting to the final.
Thanks.
Well done, bye.
Thanks to everybody watching at home or on YouTube after the fact. This time next week-ish will be the Pro Tour Finals, 32 players. So I'll see you then. I'll end the stream now. Cheers, everybody. Bye.
Bye.